I am the famous American, and I'm going to say something that's troubling. It's going to seem offensive, and it's going to prompt a lot of people to tell me how ignorant I am and how ignorant Americans are in general. Because that's a common theme on YouTube. People can't have a realistic conversation. Instead, they want to immediately make it seem like the other person is ignorant, immoral, and or wrong. And I understand that that's the culture of YouTube. That's how people treat each other on YouTube. But what I wanted to do is present a troubling concept and say, but ultimately it's okay. So here we go. If you were an American and you lived your life in the United States, you would know that knowing world geography does not affect your life. Now, I don't mean that in a prideful way. I mean it in a realistic way. When you live in landlocked United States, other than having the oceans on both sides, but we've got Canada up here, we've got Mexico up here. Granted, I have traveled to many places out throughout the world, but even then I didn't need to know geography to go to that nation, whether it was New Zealand or Korea or Ecuador, Trinidad, Tobago. It didn't help me to know world geography to go to those places. It does not help me in any kind of way. I took one world geography test in 6th grade. No one's ever talked about world geography since as an American. And I make this video to try to help people outside the United States, especially in Europe. Because if you're in Europe, you live in a nation that's probably the size of a lot of the states here. And so you have to know who your neighbors are. And you have to be familiar with all that. Here, we're so far removed from it, it truly doesn't matter to us. Sure, we like learning about other countries and visiting them, but it doesn't matter that we know where certain countries are on a map. In fact, often we're surprised even where England is. We're like, oh, it's like an island? Oh, that's where Ireland is? Like, we think England's cool, we think Ireland, we think all these countries are cool. We don't necessarily know where they're on a map. And it doesn't matter, it doesn't affect our lives. We can live very successful lives, we can be very intelligent people, and it just doesn't matter. It's irrelevant to our lives. Most Americans, even if they did know world geography so much better, all that would be is trivia to us. It would not help us make more money, engage in better conversations, be more respected people within our own culture in the United States. It doesn't enhance our life at all. If anything, it's kind of nerdy if you know a little too much about it, because like, why do you know so much about that? So it's trivia is the point. It does not positively affect our lives or our identity to know more about world geography. My question to you is, can you accept that if you lived in the United States, it wouldn't matter? It's not that you don't care, it's that it doesn't affect your life at all. Your comments belong right here.